All right, you guys, we are back. And before we get started, I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much for everyone who has reached out to me and sent me a very kind, a very sincere note or message. And, thank you so much for letting me in on your stories and sharing your journey with me. I don't think you really acknowledge just how important and impactful those words are to me and for me. I love that we are actually really building this thing together. This has been the goal, and I've been so open about sharing that. So I am so grateful that we are actually doing it. We are actually creating this space together. And again, you guys just have no idea how much it means to me and how important and special it is for me. So I just want to talk real quick about creative block or frustration or stagnation or just losing all momentum. I don't know if you've listened, but I shared in my last podcast episode basically how challenging my content calendar and my content week and my schedule for myself has been. In that overwhelming sensation, that initial burden, right? That feeling of like so much weight, I was feeling myself feel frustrated, and I was feeling myself feel that tension that is creative block. In that frustration, in that creative block, there's always an opportunity, there's always an answer, there's always a step that you can take. You just don't see it yet, right? And my only advice, or the only thing that I would recommend, and this is what I do for myself, is I take myself out of that problem, out of that situation, and I go somewhere completely different for a moment. So if I don't feel any good ideas coming to me, or I don't find any answers, I have to remove myself from that problem and go explore something else. So usually I'll go running, or I'll just go walk, or I'll just go to the beach, or I'll do something that makes me feel recharged. And whenever I come back and revisit that same problem, it's like I'm seeing it through new optics, through a new lens, through a new perspective. And it always somehow, some way navigates me closer to the goal. That is something that took me years to discover and figure out about my own inner workings, right? Because whenever I was faced with a problem or a challenge or something difficult, I felt like I had to just hammer through it and force myself through that tension and break through the other side. And sometimes it did work, but every time I would do that, it always left me depleted. It always left me feeling like creatively lethargic. And it would always leave me with not enough capacity to face the next challenge, because there's always going to be a challenge, you guys. The process, it is never stagnant, and the progress is ever evolving and ever moving and ever shape-shifting. So we have to stay actively mendable and bendable and figure out ways to navigate through the terrains, right? It's not linear, you guys. Anything worth pursuing is not a straight line. It is a zigzag. It is highs, it is lows, it is polarities, it is tension, it is fun, it is joy, it is aggravation, it's so many different mixes of emotions. It's like a cocktail of sensations, and that is what makes it so great. I mean, if you only knew success, and if you never understood creative block or the frustration that comes with creating something big, I don't think you would think that success meant that much. I don't think it would be that fulfilling. I don't think there would be that much joy in it. You guys, we only understand the joy and the happiness of success because we know what it's like to not be in success. The sacrifices, everything that you have to give up for your dream, right? So I just want to remind you that frustration, creative block, it's an opportunity, you guys, to get a bigger chunk of agency from within you and understand that you can manipulate your circumstances in a way that is beneficial for your mission, for your project, for your progress. You just have to keep an open mind, and you have to allow yourself to surrender for a moment and take yourself out of the situation for a moment and understand that that isn't you tapping out. That is you giving you exactly what you need, which is a breath of fresh air, a new perspective, a rejuvenation, a refresh. And then you go back and reassess that problem. And I promise you, you guys, the problem will look different, and it might not look as big as it initially did. So you guys, just remember to give yourself what you need. Give yourself some space, give yourself some grace, and understand that you are powerful enough to break through that problem. The answer is in you. You just have to find it. All right, you guys, I'm gonna leave it here. I hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and I will catch you on the next one.
Show you why I am the way I am. Can I tell you what I think my biggest flaw is?